Hi everyone. We are going to be continuing on the chapter on motivation and emotion. We're actually going to be finishing up motivation today, and we're going to be talking about these three theories. You could see them here. They're cognitive consistency theory, balance theory, and cognitive dissonance theory. Now, don't confuse cognitive consistency with cognitive dissonance, as they are different. You are going to be reading 3 articles about these theories and kind of like summing them up, maybe doing a little comparing and contrasting. So I want to make sure that you understand what they are. So the first one is called cognitive consistency, and Leon Festinger and Sandra Bem, they are the people who kind of created this theory or developed it. And basically, it says that people seek to think and behave in a way that fits what they believe and how others expect them to think and behave. So, for example, we have gender norms in society. Females are expected to behave a certain way, males are also expected to behave a certain way, and these are 2 different ways. Now, this is super supported by cognitive consistency because this basically is a theory that says that we understand who we are and how we are viewed by society. So we actually act and behave in ways that we quote unquote should behave. So I am a female, I am a teacher, I'm in my 20s. So, according to cognitive consistency, I would engage in behaviors that fit that, oh, sorry, that fit that role. Now, whether or not I do that is up for debate. I mean, that is what would refute cognitive consistency. Now, we have a lot of people who are on the gender spectrum. We hear a lot of people who kind of go between, like in an androgynous, sorry, tongue twister, androgynous sort of um, identity. So that would be refuting cognitive consistency. So 2 of the theories that are kind of like under cognitive consistency are balance theory and cognitive dissonance. So, balance theory is the view that people have a need to organize their perceptions, opinions, and beliefs in a manner that is harmonious or balanced with those of the people around them. So, for example, you kind of tend to be friends with people who have similar values or beliefs. So, political ideations, religious beliefs, interests, even. So if you're super artistic, liberal, you're going to hang out with or spend time with people who are also kind of artistic and liberal. If you are more on the conservative side or you're very religious, you're going to hang out with people who share those values with you. There are these 2 things called imbalance and non-balance. So imbalance is basically when people who have strong feelings about each other disagree on a major issue. So, for example, differences in religion. So, there's kind of an imbalance between 2 people if they're disagreeing on something that is important to both of them. So, let's say, for example, you have someone who is X religion and you have someone who is Y religion, and they are really good friends, or maybe they're even relatives. An imbalance would happen in their relationship if they were to disagree on this religious issue. Conversely, non-balance is people who dislike each other or have no feeling for each other, feel indifferent if they disagree. So if you see someone on the street and they are conservative and you're a liberal, you're not going to really care because you don't know that person. You're not really um, interested in their lives. Similarly, if you have someone that you don't really like and they feel differently than you about something, it doesn't really affect your life, probably because you're not around them and you don't really have to endure um, the differing belief. So, imbalance over here is when you're close with someone, you have strong feelings about a person. It could be a significant other, it could be a friend, it could be a relative. And when you disagree on a major issue, you get upset. But here in non balance, you don't really care because you don't really know the person. Okay, the last theory is cognitive dissonance theory. And this states that people make attitudinal changes, so changes to their attitudes or beliefs, to reduce the tension that occurs when their thoughts and attitudes are inconsistent with their actions. So that's a mouthful. But basically, this, let's say you are committing crimes. Okay, let's say you're going on a crime spree and you know that crime is bad, and you know that stealing is bad, and you know that assault is bad. You will change your attitude toward these crimes in order to align with your actions. So you were brought up your parents or your teacher said, don't commit crimes, they're bad, be a good person, don't lie, don't steal, don't cheat. And then you actually start doing it, your attitudes will change about the crimes. You will start being pro crime or kind of justifying it or explaining it so your attitudes line up with your actions. So, for example, another example that I have here, convincing yourself that a task is exciting will reduce boredom. So, if you're super bored about something, doing a task like listening to my lecture, maybe you should start thinking, oh, wow, Miss Lewis is saying some really exciting things. Like, I'm so into this lecture right now. And that could maybe reduce your boredom. Or you could also convince yourself that religion isn't important in a relationship because maybe you are sensing some tension with a person based on religion. So you actually try to change your attitude about it to ease the tension. Okay. So affiliation, it's not another theory. We're just going to talk about this. Affiliation is the desire to join with others and be a part of something larger than oneself, like making friends. You have a friend group, it's obviously larger than you because it includes more people than just one, or joining a group at school, joining a club. Being affiliated with other people is a human desire. And studies suggest that anxiety tends to cause people to want to affiliate with other people. And this is a really tough um, topic, kind of, or a really kind of, I'm looking for the word. It's topical right now because of what we're going through as a nation and as a world. We are currently dealing with a pandemic, a horrible health crisis, and that is no doubt causing a lot of anxiety in many people. And this is going directly against our need for affiliation because our anxiety is heightened and normally you would want to be around people. But unfortunately, that's not possible right now for the sake of our health. So please keep in mind you want to listen to all of the regulations and the policies that are being set forth, of course, social distancing, keeping your hands clean, and everything like that. But unfortunately, it does go against our need or desire to be with others and to join a group. So hopefully, fingers crossed this ends soon. Can't wait to see you guys. And that's it. So you guys are going to be having a quiz on motivation during our next class. I know I just showed you this, but you do not have to do that. But I will be posting some articles for you to read. All right. So if anyone has any questions, please do not hesitate to email me. Okay. Have a good one.